Hello again. So, it's been a minute. It is currently, what, mid-June? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's mid-June. I think we posted our last video around Memorial Day. And nothing has happened since then. We have basically been mowing, moving some rocks, and that's it. We'd said we were waiting on our excavation. It still has not happened. So for about a month now, Shanna's been kind of telling me, look, at a certain point, we just got to say screw it and go rent a skid steer and learn how to do it, which I want to learn to do a skid steer, but I've had to find time where the weather's right, be able to take work off, all that kind of stuff. So this week we said, okay, it's currently Monday. We're like, by Wednesday, if they don't show up, you can tell them not to worry about it. I'm going to go get a skid steer and we're going to figure it out. But then he texted just a little bit ago and said he'll be here tomorrow. If that changes, we'll go back to the skid steer plan.
I'm not counting on anything.
Yeah, it's been enough of a issue with all these guys. We still haven't got water, we haven't got excavation, and everything else is pending around excavation, like we've said before. But like this weekend, we've got this tent back here that we have not been putting up because we're like, no point in putting it up, then they're going to excavate. So every time Shanna's asked me to do it, same thing. I was like, hey, I'm not going to put it up and just take it right back down. So this weekend she's like, well, heck, if that gets them here, let's put it up and then maybe they'll show up. So we put it up, and sure enough today, hey, we'll be here tomorrow.
But it's easy to move. We
Yeah.
can move it somewhere else.
But eventually we'll get the building there, and then this will go next to it. So we can go walk over there real quick and show you what we've done to set that up.
Well, I don't want to go in there. I think that wasp is still going around in there. It was yesterday.
Well, let me check. I'm betting it died. So ideally this will be our screened in area to hang out in, but it will go over yonder.
And I hope to have the garden stuff to where we don't have weeds.
Yeah, so all this is overgrown right now, so once they get done with excavation, then we can put some mats and stone under that. But in the meantime, this has just been our temporary hangout for the weekend. I should have put it up a month ago.
Yes, you should have.
But I didn't listen to Shanna. So the plan right now is hopefully tomorrow he does show up. If so, we'll make this video about the excavation and how we're finishing that and getting this prepped for the RV pad. If he doesn't show up, it'll be me getting a skid steer and learning how to do that. And then if weather goes sideways, it'll be us waiting on the water department.
Well, the thing is that he even said he's just dropping it off, so we don't even know when he's doing it.
Yeah, he said I'm dropping the bulldozer off tomorrow. He didn't, but he told us 2 weeks ago we're the next job on his list. And then beginning of last week, we had like a torrential downpour flash flood thing that washed out the job he was doing, and he had to correct that. Now we've got chances of rain every day this week.
And part of next week.
Yeah. So he'll probably drop it off, and I'd imagine then it's a matter of between rain. Granted, if it rains every day and I had a skid steer, me not knowing anything about it would probably be a mess anyway. Might make for good YouTube and fail videos, but probably wouldn't make a lot of progress out here. Be good learning, but that'd be about it. But yeah, so we just wanted to kind of update you why it's been so long since we've put anything up. And then hopefully here we can be getting progress going and be showing you all that here real soon. So hopefully here in a few seconds, you see a bulldozer. All right, so it's Friday. Last update we were recording was Monday, but so Monday night, just torrential downpours moved in the middle of the night. So it rained all night Monday, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday. Then yesterday it rained through mid-morning. So everything just drenched out here, soggy. So then wet enough that if I rent anything, it's gonna get stuck. And I can't blame my dozer guy for not getting here. So now it's Friday though, sunny, it's drying out. There's still some standing water over here where he needs to be excavating. So it's supposed to be dry till Monday, so hopefully now Monday he gets here, but in the meantime I can't really run equipment. He's not here. So now it's back to the boring tasks. I don't even want to say boring, but just boring for you guys. since we can't really do much else, we might record a little bit this weekend, but it's going to be moving rocks and mowing, which right now it's so soggy I can't even get my mower through here, so can't even do that. So that'll probably be a tomorrow thing, which I might be going to pick up a old used riding mower that's beat up and just at least help with some of these open areas. We don't want to get anything new because we don't know where to store it, so looking at used stuff, but that may be coming. Yeah, so for now, we'll go ahead and show you what we're doing with some of these rocks and some of that here in a little bit, but we got to get changed, and maybe we get lucky and the dozer guy does show up today, but I doubt it, being a Friday midday with a little bit of mud. Yeah, so we'll show you some of these little projects we're doing around here and then probably wrap this one up. So pretty uneventful video. All right, so it's another Monday morning, still no dozer yet, but it's only like 8 a.m. So hoping to hear something here in a few. Unfortunately, this week we've got heat indexes well over 100 degrees. So like I told Shanna, if the dozer guy shows up, I wouldn't be surprised at all, and I'd be totally understanding if he's like, hey, I'm gonna get there at 8, 9 in the morning. I might only work till noon because his dozer was not air conditioned. So with heat indexes at over 100 and no shade out here, yeah, I don't expect him to be working all day out here. But if he gets here and makes progress, that's all we want right now. So in the meantime, I'm gonna spin around here, show you what we've been working on in the meantime, because like I said, it's not much. We can do mowing, which has been a problem because we've had some mower issues, and just tidying up the yard. But this weekend I did go get me a $400 Facebook mower. That did pretty darn well. So now I can at least knock out this little bit of a hillside over here, our main yard part down at the bottom. I can get that cleaned up pretty quickly. So then we can focus on trimming and doing some of the other stuff and then actually get to projects we want to do. Super bumpy over there, uneven land, so I've got to work on getting that flattened out. So with a cheap vinyl seat and all the bumps, you got to hold on for dear life and kind of like get around the slopes, but did really well. Beyond that, we've been doing some work with the driveway and getting some of the big boulders moved around. Okay, so our driveway here, let me kneel down here. You'll see stuff like this right here. Some of these bigger boulders will pop up pretty high out of the ground. If the ones are buried like that, we don't really care. But we had these that were sticking out pretty good. So came out and dug those out. Got that dug out, and then we backfilled the holes, got it tamped back down so it doesn't just rut back up. But we got a couple of those spots, so it's at least a smoother trip up through here. Yeah, I got to put a little more dirt. You can see that's where one of those rocks was. The other one was right over here. So we got those out. But then working on mapping out drainage too. So routing some water around and then working on some of these other boulders that have been just piled up by other people when they were doing the logging. So we have all these stumps down here, and you can see numerous larger rocks. So I'm dragging them up and kind of making a rock wall over here because this is kind of be the path I'm going to route some water. So yeah, so I'm out here moving these. I do not have equipment. The ones that are able to, I get my tow strap, I hook my tow strap to them, and then I've been just manually moving them. The ones down there, that's what I did anyway. One of the ones up here that's a little bit bigger, then I just hook my Jeep up. If there's a path, I can get the Jeep in, and I've been using the Jeep to drag it further across the property. But yeah, the shorter distances and medium-sized ones, I've just been calling it a workout and getting some arm work in. And been dragging those around. Then Shanna comes out and helps as she can. Some of the larger stones she can't do, but she gets the smaller ones, and she's been picking those up, piling those, and moving those around, and then helping me with the drive stuff. So she gets some of that done for me, and as soon as she gets her mower back, because that's in the shop, she'll start helping with this hillside, and then between her mower, the riding mower, my brush mower, we can hopefully get to where it's more efficient taking care of this thing. But for now, since it's Monday morning again and we're just playing a waiting game, I know it's been an uneventful video, so I'm gonna wrap this one up for now. And at this point, I know it's been 3-4 weeks since we posted. Hopefully it's not that far before we post again, but no point in me recording anything at this point until we either have the water department here or our dozers here and doing work. So hopefully we're posting another video real soon and showing you progress. If not, my head might explode, but either way, we'll see you in the next one. We appreciate you guys watching and hanging out and seeing what's going on with us, and look forward to sharing the progress.